my cozy friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Liv. If you've never been here before, thank you so much for stopping by. This week is a very exciting reading week with me because I am going to be reading cozies for the first time, and I cannot wait to take you guys along the journey with me. Cozy mysteries is definitely a genre that has never piqued my interest at all until a couple months ago. My friend Lauren constantly talks about them, my friend Caitlin reads them, Rachel reads them, and they are just influencing me hardcore to at least explore a little bit of this genre. I even saw Kayla from Books and Lala put out a vlog where she read a ton of cozy mysteries as well. I am just very curious in general what this genre is like because you guys know I read a lot of mystery thrillers, but what in the world does cozy even mean? Personally, I don't even really know. I just know there is typically a small town cozy vibe or feel to it, and it really just hones in on a specific town. So that's pretty much the only thing I know that is different. There's usually not any gory things, but it's typically a murder mystery. So that's pretty much like the extent of my knowledge going into this. Initially, what piqued my interest in this genre is actually Shady Hallow, because every time I would go into Barnes & Noble, I saw this cover and it just kept calling to me. I shouldn't say cozy mystery covers aren't designed well, but typically there's not a lot of illustration involved, which I love illustration, and I typically lean more towards fantasy because of like that illustration aspect. Yes, I've been judging books by their cover until I saw this guy, and then Lauren read it and that just gave me confirmation that it was good. Like I just needed someone to tell me it was worth my time. So this is me finally doing a deep dive into cozy mysteries, and I'm going to be taking you guys along with me. We're probably going to be doing some other cozy things as well, like baking, but my friend Jordan reached out to me and asked my friend Kendall and I if we wanted to buddy read a cozy mystery and kind of dive into the genre. So we are actually going to be buddy reading one of our first cozy mysteries ever together, and it's called Death in Castle Dark. This is a dinner and a murder mystery. I just know that when I saw this cover and I read the back, it gives me those spooky kind of gothic vibes, and I just feel like for fall this is going to be perfect. According to the synopsis, we have an actor named Nora Blake who finds her dream job when she is cast in a murder mystery that performs in an imposing but captivating old castle, but then she stumbles upon a real murder and things take a nightmarish turn. So this is the first in a series. So this came out last year, and oh my gosh, it even has like a map in there, I think, of the castle, which is super cool. Another thing that I have noticed that cozy mysteries have in the back is they typically have a recipe. So unfortunately there's not a recipe in the back of this one, so I'm gonna have to find something else to bake. I also have In the Company of Witches, which I love this cover, and I think I'm gonna pick this one up first because I'm just in the mood for those perfect cozy witchy vibes. This takes place at a bed and breakfast where a guest dies and a young witch has to help her aunts, I guess, clear their name. So that's the extent of my knowledge on this one, but I also wanted to make it a priority because Lauren, Caitlin, and Rachel just started the Cozy Hallow book club, and this is their first pick. So if you guys are interested in joining the book club, it's totally free. Of course, I had to shout them out in this video because I am so looking forward to this and I just love them so much. I think they're gonna do reading sprints every month, but then also have a live just discussing the book that they choose, and it's actually a bi-monthly book club. So they'll be doing this one and then a one for December, which I'm super excited to see what they pick because Christmas is my favorite time of year. So this is what I have and what I'm going to be starting with. I actually have no clue if these are like really good beginner cozy mysteries or not, but they just seem like my vibe, and I wanted to pick books that I knew I would really enjoy, especially those moody fall books that have those tones in them. But then I also really want to get to Shady Hallow because I've heard amazing things about it, and the main character is a fox and she has to solve this small town murder mystery, and it's part of a series, and I just love the covers and I know I'm gonna love this one regardless. So I am just super excited to also get to this one, and I really just want to read them all right now. But I think for sure in this video I'm going to be reading these two, and if I end up getting to Shady Hallow because I fly through these, then that's even better. I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown of what this vlog is going to be, what we're going to be doing, and yeah, I think that's it for now, but I am going to go ahead and start in the company of witches, and I will get back to you guys when I have an update. Hi my friends, I'm back, and all I have to say is, you guys, I am obsessed, literally obsessed. It has been so long since I have read a book that I do not want to put down, and I cannot. Like, I am so shocked. Like, I'm shocked, but I'm not shocked, because a couple people have said, well, cozy is kind of like your vibe, that's what your channel gives off, and I totally agree. And I also read mystery thrillers, so it just kind of makes sense. But I think I'm more disappointed in the fact that I never picked up the genre or even thought to earlier, because I have been missing out on so much. I'm currently on page 100, and let me just tell you, when I was 5 pages in, I knew this was 5 stars. I literally cannot. Like, I'm done. I'm never gonna read any other genre. I can't even fathom right now what is happening. I am just so... Liv going into her cozy mystery era is definitely happening, especially in November and winter. All of the cozy things, yes. Yes, yes, yes. This book is perfection. Like, literally, I love it. I think paranormal cozy mysteries are maybe my thing. I'm not really sure if that's what you would call it. But in this book, we have 2 sisters who own a B&B, and they also have a niece, which is our main character. But the 2 aunts are witches, and one is a garden witch, and I think one is a kitchen witch. So one is like really good at baking, the other one like grows all these herbs and poisonous plants. And our main character, Bryn's husband, actually passed away, and since then she wants nothing to do with her magical abilities. She doesn't want to see ghosts again. But when this lady Constance passes away in their B&B and they don't know what happens, she's trying to decide if she wants to bring back those magical abilities to kind of help the police figure out what happened. Was this an accident? Was this intentional? And so we're just following Bryn on this adventure of meeting all of these small townspeople, and it's just so entertaining, and I am obsessed. The humor that her Aunt Nora has, the sarcasm, like the little one-liners of kind of gory things, it's just so freaking funny, and I love this, okay? I love this. I honestly am kind of planning to binge read this the rest of the night, maybe take a hot bath, but let me just catch you guys up on my week. It is now Friday, and I've only read 100 pages of this, so needless to say, I think this might be my one and only book that I put in this vlog, because it's kind of turning more into a weekend vlog. I really did not intend for it to be that way, and I wanted to read more books, but I really just love this one so much, and I want to take my time with it, and I'm still reading my first ever cozy mystery, but let me tell you, this was the perfect choice because I already went and ordered the second book that just came out, so I cannot wait to already read that one in November. But my plans for today is I would love to finish binge reading this, possibly, but I forgot to tell you guys that I was trying to do some research and figure out like a cozy movie I could watch. I'm planning to bake cookies, but I think I might actually rent and watch Practical Magic, because that's a super popular movie. I know basically everyone but me has probably seen at this point, and I feel like it kind of gives off the same vibes as this book, but also to me it gives off cozy vibes, so I figured we could just bake some cookies and we can watch the movie. But also my mom invited my sister and a couple of my aunts and I over to do like a little fall DIY party, so we're gonna go do that tomorrow afternoon, Saturday afternoon. So in between that, I will be reading, I'll be taking some B-roll and hanging out with you guys, of course. Just wanted to let you kind of know the plan for the rest of this vlog. My husband is currently bringing home some dinner, so I'm going to read a little bit more before he gets back. I'm thinking a bubble bath night on a Friday night just sounds perfect to end the week. But so far, you guys, I'm obsessed. Like, I went on Goodreads and I added so many cozies to my TBR. I'm gonna be spamming Rachel and Lauren and Caitlin all the time time now about like, okay, what's a cozy I should read next? And we actually had sprints on Jordan's channel last night, which was super fun. There were 6 of us total, so it was just a party, and it was just such a great time hanging out and chatting with everyone. So that was definitely the highlight of my week. But now I'm ready to get the weekend started and just go hardcore on some reading, because I have not had as much time as I wanted to dedicate to this vlog, but that is okay. We will just focus on this, and yeah, I think that's it for now, but I will check in with you guys later whenever I get a little bit further. my friends, the time has come for the ultimate taste test. My friend Jordan, who I've also been reading cozies with this week, decided to make these as well. We both love chai tea lattes so much, and when I saw Desi make these cookies, I immediately knew, like, yeah, I have to try these. So I'm gonna try them now, and Jordan's also gonna taste these too, and we're just gonna tell each other what we think and thought it would be really fun. Let's go ahead and see. These just look so delicious. Oh my gosh. These were fairly easy to make, but they did take a while, which I feel like is just any baking. All right, Taylor Swift, the time has come. You better not let me down. Yes. Well, these are definitely gonna be gone in a couple days. Oh my gosh, yeah. Winner. Because these are coated in cinnamon sugar, they're honestly tasting a little bit more like a snickerdoodle. And I also did not have cardamom, so I think that may have to do with it being a little bit too sweet. I'm not sure. I definitely could not imagine these without the glaze. I don't want to say they're super dry, but with it being coated in cinnamon sugar, it's definitely a little bit more dusty. So I feel like maybe you don't have to coat them in cinnamon sugar. Either way, I feel like if I had cardamom, it would definitely offset the really sweet taste, but the nutmeg on top is the perfect touch. I feel like the glaze definitely helps moisten the cookie a little bit more, but these are super good. I can definitely see me making these for the holiday season to bring to family parties and Christmas parties. I think these are just gonna be a really big hit, so I'm so glad I made these. They are amazing. I also forgot to mention that Kendall actually made bread. I'm not sure what kind of bread it was, but it was a savory bread. It looked freaking amazing, and it's just been so much fun to like bake and read cozy things with friends. I just love this journey for us. It's been so much fun. I'm gonna go ahead and move to the living room to sit down and share these packages with you guys that I am very excited about. I seriously cannot wait to open these, but I thought it would be super fun to open them with you. So let's just hop on over into the living room. So because of my now new obsession, I ordered more cozies. I don't know what I've done. I don't know who I am, but these look super good, and I thought it would be so fun to share them with you guys too, in case you're looking for any more cozy recommendations. The first one that I got is The Broken Spine by Dorothy St. James. Can we just appreciate this cover for a second? Oh my goodness. Honestly, I love cozy mystery covers. Some of them can be super extra cheesy, but most of them are really super cute, and they all have cats on them. So I'm obsessed with that. This one is a small town called Cypress in South Carolina, which is actually in my state and I've heard of before. So I think that'll make this book come to life even more for me. A small town assistant librarian discovers that protecting the printed word is harder than she'd ever imagined. In fact, it's murder. Trudell Beckett, known to her friends as True, finds herself in a bind when her library in lovely Cypress, South Carolina is turned into a state-of-the-art bookless technological center. A library with no books breaks True's book-loving heart, so she decides to rescue hundreds of beloved tomes slated for the town dump. Under the cover of darkness, True and her best friends, coffee shop owner Tori Green and mysterious best-selling author Flossie Finnegan Baker, set up a secret book room in the library's basement and prepare to open it to their most loyal, trustworthy patrons. But when the town manager, who was behind the big push for the library's transformation, is murdered, True becomes the prime suspect. I obviously love the fact that the whole theme in this book is just books in general, and there's a cute librarian, and I think I'm just gonna love this. I don't think this is a super long series yet. I think this one came out in 2021. This one is fairly short. Next, I have a Dark and Stormy Murder, which again, have to show you guys the cover. It gives me all those spooky fall vibes. I love this so much, especially when you have the leaves changing. Camilla Graham's best-selling suspense novels inspired Lena London to become a writer, so when she lands a job at Camilla's new assistant, she can't believe her luck. Not only will she help her idol craft an enchanting new mystery, she'll get to live rent-free in Camilla's gothic home in the quaint town of Blue Lake, Indiana. So you guys know I love gothic stories or books that have gothic vibes to them, so already this is just gonna be amazing. Sorry if the light or the angle changed, but I have a visitor. My battery died. You guys know how it goes. So I can't remember exactly what I was saying about this one. I do know Lauren really loves it, and the gothic vibes immediately sucked me in, so of course I'm gonna pick it up. What's in here? Another book. Who knew? Yes, you're a good girl. And because I'm loving In the Company of Witches so much, you guys know I had to pick this one up. This is the second one in the series, and I believe the only other one that is out right now. So I am very excited to have a series that I can keep up with that isn't already 15 books long or plus. So I'm super excited to get to this one as well. Look at the cover. Once again, we have the cat on there and the crow named Dog, which is literally one of my favorite parts of the series. It's so funny. And yeah, it was just an obvious choice to pick this one up as well. So I'm definitely a newbie, like you guys already know, but these are going to be some that I hopefully pick up in November. I'm looking forward to it a lot. I feel like the winter is going to be a really good time to pick some of these up as well, so I'm just happy to add these to my collection. Are you just gonna sit there in front of the camera? Sorry, someone is being a little bit clingy, but today is a very dreary, kind of chilly afternoon. There's no sun shining, so it is going to be the perfect day to watch Practical Magic. I think I'm going to go ahead and actually start that now, but before I do, I'm going to make myself a cup of hot coffee. I'm going to grab another one of those cookies because I literally cannot stop eating them. They're so light and fluffy, and I think we're just going to dive right into the movie, which I am looking forward to so much. I have never seen Practical Magic before in my life. I actually read the book and wasn't the biggest fan. I think I gave it 2 stars when I read it because I was expecting more like fantastical witchy vibes, and it definitely read more women's literature. So I have a feeling that's how the movie is going to go, but let's just go ahead and grab a snack and some coffee and let's just see what this movie's about. Okay friends, I finished Practical Magic, and I also finished one of my new favorite books, like ever. I gave it 5 stars. I actually cried in the end. There are so many elements to this book. There is kind of fantasy magical elements to it. There's suspense, there's spooky, there's grief, there's sad, there's emotional, there is humor. There is everything you could ever want in a book in this, and I am so happy that I already decided to pick up the second one because that is going to be my priority for November because I love this so much. I cannot wait to talk about it with the book club, and I'm just ready to go full out cozy mystery from here on out. As you saw, I also got to watch Practical Magic, and let me say, I kind of remember why I gave it 2 stars now. I did not hate the movie, but it was definitely like your classic kind of gimmicky fantasy, kind of. I don't even know what you call this. It's kind of like a funny romance, like a rom-com, but there's also a lot of other things like relationships involved, and spookiness, and witchcraft, and there's just so much packed into this, and I wasn't super impressed, and I think that's because in the book I also expected a lot more of those witchy vibes instead of like this modern romance with a little bit of witchy kind of magical realism sprinkled throughout. I honestly can say my favorite part was just seeing Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock in their prime, because I don't think I've ever watched anything with them in it where they've been that young, like in their 30s or late 20s. So that was really enjoyable to me, and I did love the cast. I thought there was definitely really good moments, but there was definitely very cheesy and kind of choppy moments. There was just a lot of things that were kind of thrown together. I don't really know how to describe it. Like, I loved the movie, I enjoyed the ride, but it's not like an all-time favorite, and it doesn't really give me like Halloween or fall vibes, if that makes any sense. I feel like it's just kind of a movie that stands on its own throughout any time of year, but it was so cool to hear the soundtrack while watching the movie, because obviously I've heard so many of the songs from the movie, but I've never seen the movie, so now it's funny to match up the visual with the song now, and I kind of have a grasp of what's going on. So that part was also really fun, but yeah, I definitely still recommend it if you've never seen it. It was super enjoyable. It's just not like a new favorite for me. Even though I did not read as many cozies for this vlog as I wanted to, that's okay. Life just gets crazy, and I feel like I have such high expectations going into cozies now because of this book. I feel like none of the other ones are gonna compare that I pick up now, but also if there is another hidden gem like this out there, then I definitely need to explore more of the genre, so I'm very excited but also hesitant, if that makes sense. I loved just having a cozy weekend with friends and exploring this new genre, and just being able to chat about it with other people while they read it for the first time was just perfect. Like, I definitely need to do this more often. Well, I think that's it, my friends. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed spending a little cozy weekend with me baking and watching movies. This is definitely one of many to come this fall, so I hope you are as excited about it as I am. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe before you leave. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.